displaying the glory of God's creation by exploring America one park at a time. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave, the parks professor. First hole. The par and distance are at the top of the screen. This hole is fairly short, but the basket is directly behind this cluster of trees straight ahead. There's room to go around the cluster either way, to the left or the right. The left side is a little shorter, but it's also tighter, so you have to pick a line and execute a throw right off the bat. This is actually one of my favorite holes on this course. There's the first basket, and there's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. Now we go to one of my least favorite holes on this course. The second hole plays across this flat and open athletic field. The basket is just in the woods on the other side of the field and is just to the right of the tall tree that you see directly ahead. I want to welcome you back to Parking Full Time. I am Big Dave, the parks professor. We are at Shepard State Park. We are in the boot heel of Mississippi, and more specifically in Gautier, Mississippi. This park has 23 holes of disc golf. For video purposes, I've broken them into the front 9, the middle or lettered 5, and then the back 9. We're doing the front 9 in this video. We'll do the lettered 5 next week and the back 9 2 weeks from now. The third tee is across the dirt road behind the second basket. One of the weaknesses of this course is its lack of signage. There are no tee signs and there is no course map near the parking area, so navigating the course route can be a bit of a challenge. The third hole is another long hole. The fairway basically coincides with this dirt road. We're going to see a decent bit of this dirt road over the next couple of holes, and it is open to vehicles, but the road is lightly traveled. I did not see a vehicle on this road the entire time that I was here. The basket is off in the trees to the left, and so the optimal strategy is to stay with the dirt road as long as you can, and then try to putt your way through these trees to get to the basket. This is a long hole and definitely a worthy par 3. 3's a pretty good score on this hole. There's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The fourth tee is behind the third basket and across the dirt road. The fourth hole is a dogleg left. You can't see the basket from the tee, but it's behind this edge of woods off to the left. There's plenty of room out to the right, so you want to use a sweeping right to left disc flight in order to stay in the open area as long as possible, and then again putt through the trees, kind of like you did on the previous hole. There are quite a few small trees here, so putting is rather challenging on this hole. There's the fourth basket, and there's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The fifth tee is through the trees behind the fourth basket. The fifth hole is another short hole that plays directly across the road, and we're crossing the road for the last time. You can't see the basket off the tee, but it's behind this thumb of woods off to the right. This hole's short enough, and there's plenty of room off to the left, so a good throw should set up a birdie opportunity on this hole. There's the fifth basket, and the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The sixth tee is backward across the road from the fifth basket. The sixth hole starts a series of short and heavily wooded holes, and now the course really tightens up. This hole is a slight dogleg left. There's dense woods on either side, and those pine trees make for a really tight fairway. If your disc goes off into the dense woods, that disc is going to be hard to find, much less play. I captured this video on Thursday, February the 6th, and it was a warm, sunny, and Gulf Coast humid afternoon with temperatures in the mid-70s when I came here. I've read that bugs and course maintenance can be a problem, but both of those were fine when I came here in mid-February. The seventh hole is another short, tight hole. It's a sharp dogleg right, and you're going to have to work hard to bend your disc enough to get it around the dogleg. They recently built this new pyramid, and that's a really nice touch. That makes putting a little more interesting. There's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The eighth hole is another short and tight hole, and it's another sharp dogleg right. The fairway is a little bit wider than on some previous holes, but also this hole is a little bit longer. Honestly, some of these doglegs are a little too sharp to really make for a fun challenge, and this part of the course can get a little bit repetitive. I do want to thank you for watching. Parking full time would not be anything without the people who watch. I realize that every day, and I thank you every day. There's the 8th basket, and there's the view back to the tee from behind the basket. The 9th hole is of course the last hole on the front 9. It's another short and tight hole, but at least this hole's straight. And although it plays across a small stream, this bridge is in the perfect place that you could bounce your disc across that stream if you wanted to. Overall, I do like this course. It's got a few issues, it needs better signage, and some of the holes aren't the best, but there are enough good holes here that it's definitely worth playing here. That is the end of the front 9. I will see you on the middle 5 next time. Until then, have a great afternoon, take care, and Lord bless.